What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Friday After Next. Right off the bat, I just want to let you all know, out of the entire franchise, this was definitely the weakest movie. In my opinion, this was definitely my least favorite. It was okay, but I I I thought the second one was a lot better. There were some funny moments though, and it was a decent story. So to get into the story, so the last one was, of course, set in the suburbs. This one follows Craig and Day Day again, and this time they're back in the hood and they're living together. It's set around Christmas time. Towards the beginning, this one guy robs them. He's dressed up as Santa. He steals their rent money. So they have to get jobs. They become security guards. They have to get the money. They go through a bunch of trials and tribulations to get the money so that they can pay their rent. And all the while they're looking for this Santa Claus robber, and that's pretty much the basic story. And a few seconds ago, I mentioned that the last one was in the suburbs, which, if you all have seen these movies, you all already know that. Something that I wanted to mention in my last review for next Friday, and I forgot to mention, was I liked how they changed up the setting, but I feel like they really didn't do as much as they could with it. Other than the setting itself, there was no gags that really involved the setting. There was no jokes that had really anything to do with the setting. I mean, there were some big houses, you could tell it was in the suburbs, but they didn't do anything with the suburban setting. I thought they could have done way more jokes. Like, it's the whole thing. It's like a fish out of water movie where it's like they're from the hood, they're put in this new environment, they're in the suburbs. I think it would be funny if they were doing more stereotypical suburban activities, and like they could be golfing, going to the yacht club, going to the country club. It would be funny if they were doing those activities, but maybe they're like unfamiliar with them, so they were doing them in kind of a funny way, or interacting with people in kind of a funny way, or maybe they were putting people in the suburbs hip to like some cool stuff from the hood. I don't know. I just thought when I was watching the last movie, I was thinking that, and I wanted to mention that in the last review, but I forgot it, so I just wanted to get that off my chest. But anyways, I'm gonna get back into this film, Friday After Next. So like I said, they're back in the hood. You have quite a few returning cast members. Like I said, you have Craig and Day Day are the main characters in this one. They're living together. The mom is actually back from the first one. She wasn't in the second one, so that's cool to see her. Pinky from the last one comes back for a little bit, and then Day Day's dad is in it. Craig's dad is in it, of course, and he has one of the funniest moments in the movie. I'm gonna just go over some of the funny moments, the moments that I like the most. So, in this movie, like I said, they Craig and Day Day are security guards, and they're security guards at this strip mall where their dads are working, because their dads have opened up this barbecue restaurant, and they have this commercial where he's like, the barbecue's so good it'll make you smack your mama, and he actually smacks his mom. And when I'm watching, I just think like, oh, it's a commercial. He didn't really slap his mom. He's not crazy. But then later you see his mom in the kitchen, and she just has like a huge black eye, and she totally has PTSD. She's just like scared. She's like really jumpy, and when he comes around, she's just like really scared. So that was one of the funniest sequences in the entire movie. Some other funny moments that I enjoyed were in the beginning when they're getting robbed. Day Day is sleeping, and he's sleep talking, and he's like, for Christmas I want 2 fat bitches, and I want 2 bags of chips, 1 bag of chips for each of the fat bitches. I'm totally paraphrasing. I don't know if that's exactly what he said, but he kept saying stuff along those lines. I was actually cracking up at that. Another funny moment was earlier in the film as well. So their landlady is this. I'm not trying to be rude, but she's this kind of busted up looking lady. She has like a pretty serious mustache going on. She needs to do some waxing or something. No hate to the woman, but I mean, you know, you gotta take care of that. I mean, you know, get some tweezers. I don't know, but anyways, she knocks on their door and she's nagging them about the rent, and they're like, "Man, what are you doing here with that wolf pussy?" Like I said, I'm paraphrasing again, but I was just like, I did like a double take. I'm like, did he just say wolf pussy? And I said it to myself. I'm like, he said wolf pussy, man. What the heck? That was super funny. Some other I know I've been talking about funny moments a lot, but while I'm on the topic of funny moments, I just want to tell you all my favorite funny moments. So when they actually are security guards, Day Day just starts power tripping immediately, and there's these like old religious ladies in front of the liquor store, and he's yelling at them, and it's funny because he's being rude, and then Craig is trying to defuse the situation, and he goes over there and he's like, "Stop yelling at these old ladies," and they're like, who you calling old ladies? I just thought it was funny how he like referred to them as old ladies. He like meant well. He was totally trying to be respectful, but I just thought that was a funny sequence. And then something that I don't think I mentioned yet, but you have some new characters in this, and they're, you know, pretty famous actors. So you have Cat Williams is this guy who owns this like pimp store. They just sell like pimp clothes basically. And then Terry Crews is this guy, I think his name's Damon, and he just got out of jail. But that's the whole thing is like, you know, in jail, you know, there's not any females present, so, you know, a lot of people, you know, do some activities with, you know, some other dudes. So, you know, Terry Crews, he's been inside. His character has been inside, been in jail for been inside. The way I worded that, weird. I mean, I didn't even intend that, but I mean, like, he's been inside prison is what I meant. Not, but I mean, his character has been inside some other stuff, so I guess that was fitting. But anyways, it's this whole running joke where he's trying to get with a bunch of dudes because he's been in prison, and he's watching this Tupac music video, and he's just like feeling his legs, and he's like, whew, he's like, oh, he's like totally turned on by it, and he's about to you know, like beat his meat. I just thought that was a super funny scene, and there was a lot of other funny scenes, but those were all the standout funny scenes in my opinion. I just wanted to go over all of them. I did that in the last review, so yeah, there was quite a few funny moments, but I still did not like this movie as much as the last one. Like I said, this is my least favorite out of the series, but it was by no means bad. I mean, towards the end, it was dragging a little bit, and I was like kind of ready for it to end, but overall it was a decent time. This one I'm pretty sure has the shortest runtime. I think it's like only an hour and 24 minutes, which is nice. I'm a fan of you know, 80 some minute movies or 90-minute movies. I don't usually like movies that are too long, so this movie didn't really overstay its welcome, but yeah, towards the end I was kind of ready for it to end. Something speaking of the runtime, this is kind of related to the runtime. I thought that the opening credits for this movie were extremely long. Like they were just I thought it was funny, like the movie's only 124 minutes with opening credits and end credits. I'm like, they're like really trying to pad out the runtime in this one, because the opening credits, I feel like it was like at least 5 minutes, and my dumbass should have skipped through them, but by the time I even thought to skip through them, I was like, well, it's probably only like a minute or two left, so I might as well let them play. The opening credits were cool though. It was they were all animated. It was a nice little animated Christmas sequence, and I did like the fact that this was a Christmas movie. Movie. What is this? Clerks 2? What is this? Kevin Smith? Movies. Shouts out to Kevin Smith. But no, yeah, I like that this is a Christmas movie. I can't speak in any of my videos. I'm always messing stuff up. I like that it's a Christmas movie. When I'm uploading this, it's Friday. It's February, so of course it's not the Christmas season. Usually I don't do that where I won't watch like Christmas stuff if it's not Christmas. Like I said, I keep jumbling my words. I need to slow down, chillax, take a chill pill. Back in the day, nothing used to be sacred for me. I would watch anything whenever. I remember I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre for the first time on Christmas, and then I would watch like Halloween in December, and I'd watch Christmas movies in June. Like, I used to be a freakazoid. I don't know why I would do that, but now it's like I try to watch Christmas movies during the Christmas season and watch like the Halloween films from the Halloween franchise only in October. I watch horror year round, but if it's Halloween, I gotta save Halloween for October. I can't. Those movies they're too special. You can't watch them too much. You can't watch them in September. It's blasphemous. But anyways, I like that this was a Christmas movie. It had some nice Christmas elements. The Christmas robber guy, he was a pretty good antagonist. It did have a lot of Christmas elements, but at the same time, it wasn't the main focus. So the fact that I didn't watch it during the Christmas season, it really didn't matter. Like I said, I like the Christmas elements, but it wasn't. The whole movie didn't have it. The whole movie wasn't overly Christmas themed. It was had like a little Christmas flavor, but it wasn't totally Christmas themed. There was a lot of other stuff going on, but I mean, I just wanted to mention that because that is a pretty significant part of the movie, and that is cool that they did something different. The second one, you have a different setting. This one, it's a Christmas movie. It makes it kind of fun. They didn't just do the same thing for all three movies, so that's definitely pretty cool. I'm just taking a quick break here. Gonna check my notes. Oh yeah. So I talked in my last review, I talked about the fact that there wasn't really a romance. Like, it was set up like there was going to be one, but it didn't go anywhere. This one, there is a romance between Craig and this girl. I don't know what her name is, but I liked that. She was a pretty darn attractive woman, so I mean, that was cool. And I mentioned this partially because, like I said, in the last one, the romance didn't really go anywhere. This one, it does go somewhere. I thought I thought Craig's character he was like very smooth, you know. In the first one, his mom's like, "You have no game." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I feel like Craig is extremely smooth in all three movies. But anyways, in the end, he gets the girl, which I liked because it seems like, I mean, he got the girl at the end of the first one, but it doesn't like turn into anything in the second one. It's like, what happened? Did they hang out? Did they date? I don't think so. So like, he finally gets a girl, and I wanted to mention this girl as well because I recognized her. I'm like, what is she from? She looks familiar. And you all are probably not going to know this movie. Maybe you do know this movie, but I recognized her from Frankenfish, which is a Sci-Fi Channel movie. It's a creature feature. And I know people hate on Sci-Fi Channel movies, but I'm a fan of them. I understand, the CGI isn't the best and they're made for TV movies, but I like them for what they are, and I think they make like fun creature features. I like all the creature not all of them, but quite a few of the creature features from the Sci-Fi Channel. But anyways, I just wanted to mention that I recognized her and that was cool. It's always cool to see some familiar faces. Plus, I wanted to shout out that movie because it's a good time in my opinion. But I just checked my notes, and I really said everything that I set out to say about this movie. Like I said, I had a decent time. It was towards the end. It was kind of dragging. I was a little bit bored towards the end, but I mentioned all the funny moments. There were quite a few funny moments. If I had to rank all the movies, like I don't even like to rank stuff, but I'm just saying this was my least favorite out of the franchise. But overall, it was a pretty solid franchise, and it's nice when your franchise is only 3 movies and it doesn't overstay its welcome. Like, you know, watching 8 movies, if eight movies aren't the best, like that's different than 3 movies that aren't the best. But like I said, the first one, the first Friday is great. It's a classic. The second one is decent, and then this one is decent, but not as good as the second one. But if you like the first one, I would say that both sequels are worth checking out. This one, like I said, it had a nice ending. Everything, with all the conflict was resolved. So, pretty happy ending. Nice way to end the franchise. And speaking of endings, I'm gonna end the video here. So, I just want to thank you all again for watching, and peace out. See you in the next video.